am literally in it. I am literally in it. I am literally in the air right now, rapping up a stewardess. First class, I am so new at this. Used to ride a metro, let us hit us retro. Like the infrareds on my feet, baby, let's go. Send out to what they know me by, logic what they call me. Gotta catch a flight, but the fans wanna storm me. Life of a dawn, change just glowing. Always in the lab with the fresh kicks on. I'm at the MGM, rockin' MCM. Bobby Sacks on my arm, it's only 10.
All right, welcome to episode 28 of Sneaky Athletic. We got all the regular segments. Then we're also going to talk about
parenting.
Yes.
You guys are parents?
No.
Not for a while. Maybe ever, honestly.
Hopefully.
God bless.
We're going to talk about dads drinking wine. We're going to talk about dunking in the layup line and like how not kosher that is. We're going to talk about the toxic environment of AAU basketball. We're also going to talk about losing your shoe on the court. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. So you guys get what we're talking about.
I'm going to sneak
you understand.
a little bit of eSports in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got something for the ad?
Absolutely, I got something for the ad. I'm always behind our boys at Fertilizer Service Co., helping the things you hoe so you can make that dough and tend to your rows. Off Highway 59 and Fairfax Mo, 660-686-2402.
That was a good one.
You want to go back to back? I got another one.
No, we're good. We're good. That covers the ad time.
You don't like them as much as I do, I
That's
guess.
not true. We can fight after the pod. All right, let's get started. So we had a good little weekend.
Dude, I was so sore. I didn't realize that my body could be sore like that. I was unsure if I was hungover or sore.
Both.
Like it hurt to wash my hands.
You're both. We're starting to get that age where it's not 2-day hangover age, but it's 1 full day hangovers.
Yeah. Right about 7 p.m., I start feeling okay.
Yeah. About the time you're supposed to start getting ready for bed, you're like, all right, let's start the day. And it's shitty.
And you can't sleep it off because then you throw your whole sleep schedule out.
Yeah. I just am not looking forward to when like 2-day and 3-day hangovers become a thing.
I'll just quit drinking.
Yeah, I think you just
Maybe.
need to take some time off. And that we'll just reevaluate.
Yeah, 100%.
Just switch up your liquors.
Or I'll move to Colorado and I'll be a shroom guy. I don't think you can be a regular shroom guy at a party.
It'd be tough. It'd be tough to just be the shroom guy.
Yeah, especially if you're not dealing.
Well,
if you're dealing and you're the shroom guy,
Yeah. Well, then nobody's
gonna question your methods.
Yeah, but like, if you're the guy who regularly takes shrooms and is known for that, like nobody's ever just gonna see you driving down the road and like wave at you or trust you or like, because they're just gonna assume you're on shrooms.
I don't know. I think I'd be more likely to trust someone.
Well, because you would be on shrooms.
No, I'm saying if I just see somebody driving down.
No, I'm saying like the shroom guy.
Yeah, I'm more likely to trust the shroom guy over a regular person. I feel
you
like
don't fit the norm.
That's fair. I can't argue that. You got beef?
Yeah, it's AAU dads.
Oh, you're starting all third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got beef with AAU dads. They're always over the top. They're always the worst.
I have a lot on this.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back generations.
Interesting.
Are we talking about one dad in particular or like all dads?
The culture of AAU dads in general.
Okay. So not the one dude that...
Well, it's all led to this.
Okay.
I kind of disagree with it. Like, I just don't think the AAU dads, they really love their sons. And...
They do.
You know, I...
love their sons so much they celebrate on the court.
That guy's an asshole.
That's the dad. The dad that's dunking in the layup lines is the one that makes all the other dads go, all right, this fucking guy.
Sit down.
You're living vicariously through your kid.
You are. I mean, I understand. So if you haven't picked up yet, guys, we're talking about LeBron.
LeBron James.
So there's some things that after looking at everything that's been on social media, one, you have to understand LeBron didn't grow up with a dad. So this is him being the best dad possible for his son. There's another thing. It's like, dial it the fuck back, dude.
I don't think that's being the best dad possible for your son.
In his mind. He never grew up with a true dad or a father figure until he's probably in high school basketball.
okay, but that doesn't mean that you
Yes.
deserve the, kind of, we'll let this slide about you being over the top.
I don't know. It's just like
It's something I've never had to experience.
I know.
And so it's hard to,
Just
comment on it at all.
Just expect the coach of his son's team, just like, I got this guy right behind me.
I mean, yeah, he's
the coach
never
hates him.
everyone
Yeah, for sure.
everyone who's ever coached LeBron James or LeBron James Jr. has always been looking over their shoulder. Like, is this okay? Am I doing the right thing?
Just to a bunch of angry moms
Yeah.
who are mad that their kid's sitting on the bench. And it's like, what are you going to do?
How much wine has LeBron spilled on his son's teammates' jerseys while he's celebrating?
It's a good question.
Because they win all the time.
Well,
I would
he's
hope so.
scouting those guys, so they play with them when they get to the NBA. So
He said that. Excuse me. He said that to one of his son's teammates. He was like, "I hope I'm still in the league when you make it, because I want to play against you or with you," or some shit like that.
Which is weird that he needs to reiterate that since he's said that multiple times about his son.
He wants to play with his son.
Right, but I hope I'm still in the league. Like, I hope I get to play with you will suffice. You know what? I'm just being a hater now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's your beef?
first I have a bless up.
Go ahead.
Just learn what that is. My bless up is to my professor who fixed the exam scores for two days ago, and now I went from a D to a C. So
That's
you,
beautiful.
Professor.
Bless up.
Yeah,
I know,
bless
that was
up.
awesome.
Bless
That
up.
really it made my day.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
You're a quick learner, so
And now
that's a good bless
I'll
up.
go to my beef is those who don't listen to our podcast. Just
Straight beef.
Yeah, just give it a little.
I think you're
little
preaching
listen.
to the choir. My beef is the people who read shit during car rides. Like, they don't have anything to say. They're just reading the signs as they go by. Like, it's something
Oh.
different if you're just, like, pointing out something or somebody's not paying attention. But we just go by and you have to read
Quick trip.
everything. Yeah, I didn't need to know. Like, are we going to stop?
No.
Exactly. And just to tack this on at the end here, my second jewel was lost. Actually, it's my first jewel, but now it has become my second jewel, which
R.I.P.
is really
in
disappointing.
peace.
But my lifestyle, real life hot streaks. So I like everyone kind of experienced that where you're in the zone, you get to go ahead and like you're really feeling it. You know, you're a little bit more confident with yourself. You're moving forward with all that, and I think that happens in real life sometimes, and we don't necessarily take full advantage of it. You know, when your confidence is up, when you're feeling good, go ahead and take a little bit more of a shot. You know, understand that you're riding high, and that might not be the best thing to continue that. If you get, I'm saying if you like shoot your shot with somebody and they kind of shoot you down, but like, hey, you did it. You've been waiting for it. You put yourself out there, and next time it's going to be even easier than that.
Yes. Okay. My lifestyle
Yes.
is I just wrote this because I realized I had to have it. Be the best you that you can be.
Okay.
So.
Are you writing like little knickknacks for
Yeah.
women in their 40s on their desk?
Yeah, he just wrote a bumper sticker.
Hey, I'm trying to get the whole audience.
Yeah.
My mom's listening.
Get a broader range of people to listen.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
You would definitely find that in a magazine, though.
Yeah. Home lifestyle
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it'd be sitting on your doctor's table outside
Southern
while
home
you're in the
living.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have a couple. My first one is show up to your job on time.
Oh.
I originally just wrote show up to your job because I thought you were skipping this week, and I kind of forgot that I wrote that. So I just came up with a second one.
Seth was late if you guys didn't know.
Well, I show up late to my regular job, too, so.
Well,
Wasn't
Jesus.
late. I was doing my job.
Well, you didn't inform us that you were going to be late. Lack of
cool.
communication.
Usually I'm
Communicate.
like right on time or a little early, so I was like, they won't mind if I'm a couple minutes late.
You were 35 minutes late.
Okay, so the stupid video has been just making me upset this entire week, and I just finished it and just got encoded. As soon as we're done here, it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube, and so
Check it
lay
out.
off, bro.
Congratulations. Hey, my second lifestyle tip is think like a lazy person, because
Work
the best
smarter, not harder.
the best ideas come up when you're just thinking in the laziest way possible. Like, I just always try to think in efficiency. Like, how can I be the most efficient? Because that sounds way better than lazy.
I try to be personal efficient, which sometimes always isn't the most efficient, but it makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. But, like, I think I've just wired myself to say think in an efficient way when really I just mean, like, be super fucking lazy.
It sounds a hell of a lot better,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
that was an efficient, like,
Yeah.
my brain was like, make that sound more efficient. And it was like, oh, there you go.
Well, I take it as I try to work as I'm like how much I'm getting paid. So if I'm getting paid mediocrely,
Oh.
I'm gonna put in mediocre work.
Interesting.
Well, expand the brand.
Yes.
All right, you got lifestyle. Lifestyle is what we're on, right?
I did my
He did his
lifestyle,
lifestyle.
but the magazine cover.
Yeah. Damn, that's my
But I
bad.
can go to
What the feed?
What the feed? So my what the feed is Trevor Bauer throwing the ball over the fence. Guy's got
Yeah.
a cannon, but
That
needs to take his temper a little down.
He fucking hit Crown Vision up there in Kaufman.
And I guess it was 90 miles per hour.
Yeah,
He
they had an
launched it.
exit velocity. Like, they put the home run tracker
Yeah.
on his throw.
It was insane.
I love that.
It's impressive. I can't do that, so that's cool that you can. But like, calm down, man. It's just you're
Yeah.
playing the Royals, so
Yeah, for real. It's the AL Central. Like, chill the fuck out.
My what the feed? I have one that I just want to skip over because it sounds like just we, spun the wheel, threw the dart at the board, printed it out. CBD tampons.
Oh, my God.
So, anyways, here's my real one. Kanye West wants Danny McBride to play him in an upcoming movie of Kanye West's life.
Craziness.
I mean, the resemblance is like they're brothers, so I can understand that.
What?
well, I mean they're both very charismatic people.
100%. I think
Yes.
that they both really pull off that, like, sluggish dad sort of thing. Like, I don't really care about being here. I mean, that's Kanye West's whole designing line, but just an interesting little.
Yeah, I mean, they both like to
take.
wear sweatpants and, like, slides.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that.
What do you mean? Have you ever heard McBride laugh? I mean, rap? Yeah, they laugh the same too. Yeah, he's got.
I was like, he's not Seth Rogen. Like, he doesn't have a
He's
noticeable
got
laugh.
sick.
Exactly.
beats.
Oh, he
Wait,
does?
does Danny McBride
I don't
actually
know.
rap?
Probably does. There's probably somewhere.
It sounded confident, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I bid on that real hard.
I just thought that, like, probably in Eastbound and Down, he laid down a couple bars.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna say this: if I find a video of him rapping, I'm definitely putting it in the video.
I
Yeah.
hope so, yeah.
I like to butt fuck fine ladies. Will I choke hold a bitch? Well, maybe.
My what the feed is I was just scrolling through my Facebook and
You're doing it right now?
came across. No, I had to pull up the
Oh.
exact thing so I can read it, but because I screenshot it, and I came across this fucking somebody posting about the the American Angus Hall of Fame, and this is just how hick I am because I have this shit on my timeline, and it was like now making her home in the American Angus Hall of Fame, and so they took a fucking cow and mounted it like a deer, and it's on the wall. And she has like a nameplate and everything, and it's fucking has her tag, and it's all-time world record income producing cow. It's like, hell yeah, brother. Amen. Don't I love me some cows?
Well, it's probably eating all that fertilizer service company crop.
Yeah,
Getting big.
yeah, yeah. Her name is SAV Black Cap May 4136. That's her name. She's a good old girl.
Classic name.
I'm gonna go with my Google this because
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. So,
Riding that hot streak.
yeah.
There
Hey,
you go.
amen, brother. So the Arizona, let's see, I don't know where exactly in Arizona, but the Arizona PD decided that it was going to be a good idea to pull over drivers that were following the law
God,
and reward them with a $2 coupon to the Circle K. Fuck out of here.
And this is why we don't like cops.
Yeah, like, oh, it's a good idea to pull me over, make me freak out like I think I broke the law, and then give me a $2 coupon?
If I'm black, that's the scariest moment of my life.
Yeah, for
It's like,
real.
here's a coupon. Like, that water is poisoned.
And in Arizona, it's probably, even if you look like you're Hispanic at all, it's probably terrifying because you probably think that they are just judging you on your race. Like, don't fucking do this. This is just terrible.
Yeah. I definitely, that hit home a little bit whenever I saw a black kid who was pulled over and he had his phone out and he was calling. I was like, man, that sucks. he's calling his parents, being like, I just got a ticket. You know, that's what I always had to do. Like, you know, it's just a shitty phone call you got to make. But then it kind of dawned on me, he might just be saying goodbye for the last time because you don't know.
He might just be, like, recording it for evidence.
I mean, all of that is fair, and it sucks that that's something that people have to deal with. Go ahead.
My Google this is, did you know the Google headquarters uses goats to mow their lawns?
How green of them.
I know.
Wow.
They do this because it is more cuter to watch a goat than a lawnmower.
It's cute. More cuter is not how you say that.
It's a lot cuter, is what
That sounds better.
it said in the Google.
It's a lot cuter.
I almost
lot
Googled that
cuter.
right now. I'll tell you what, I've never Googled anything that we've ever said because most of the time we talk about it. We're like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Mine is Elon Musk with brain hacking plans. He said that this is in early stages, but, you know, it's not like we will have this incredible neural lace and will take over people's brains. He said during his presentation, it'll take a long time. But the thing from the article that really got me was symbiosis with artificial intelligence, because as a race, we are very much what will AI do for us and not what can we do with AI. And I think that whenever we incorporate ourselves with technology from, you know, people who can all of a sudden hear from technology or see, and we kind of become cyborgs, I think that's the natural evolution of where we're at. It will...
I'm trying to unpack all this. It is so much.
It's pretty
It's a
deep.
paradigm shifter. That was what I was going to
Jesus
end with.
Christ.
It's going to change the whole landscape of science.
I was thinking, like, this guy must be an alien.
Elon Musk or Alec?
Elon. Or Alec. They
Both.
they
I'm
may
not
both.
an alien. I tell you what, I really
That's
wish
exactly
it was.
what a fucking alien would say. All right.
So, this week, I have been watching a show, but I'll let you take that one. So, let me follow up with my old classic, Maniac. I might have done this one before, but if you haven't got on it, get on it. It is just amazing. It has Emma Stone and Jonah Hill in it, and they are fantastic. It's about drug research and psychosis and
In the
making
future.
people think you're crazy, and it's just awesome.
Yeah. It was a good show. I had to rewatch it a couple times because I was passing out.
Yeah, you fell asleep through a lot
Yeah.
of it.
Not
couldn't
because it was
quit.
boring. I was just exhausted at the time. Yeah, so the show that Alec and I have been watching recently, it's a Netflix original called Travelers. There's 3 seasons out, and it's about this futuristic like sentient operation that
Set place in the 21st century.
yeah, and they're sending consciousness back to the 21st century. And it's
To change future. The thing that really...
a thinker, and there's a lot of action.
Yeah, the thing that really gets me is the antagonist is constantly changing because the
Yeah.
future is constantly changing from what they're doing in the present. And so that's something that's hard to get your mind wrapped around. But 2, it's a really unique play on who's the villain.
And I enjoy shows where the overall each episode is different,
Mhm.
but the plot is still moving in the same direction.
Yeah, and they do a really good job with it because they have they're all soldiers from the future being sent back to, you know, change time in a positive way for humanity. And whenever they're doing that, they have these protocols that kind of, you know, limit what they can do. And so they're really good about changing episodes because it's, you know, one, follow the mission. You're a soldier, and whenever your mission's done, you go on to the next mission. So it's able to skip ahead or skip to the next thing. Seth?
So what I watched last week was the movie Shazam, and it's a great movie.
Really? I've heard mixed reviews.
No, that's all I have to say, because every time I go in
This
depth
is like
with
my
movies,
favorite part of
it's
the
a great
pod.
movie. All right, I'd say it's probably one of the best movies in the DC universe.
Oh,
that's
he's a
pretty
DC?
easy. Yeah.
Well, yes, it is, but it definitely is.
Is it better than the Batman trilogy, Dark Knight?
No, okay, that's
Oh.
not in the DC universe. Not better than that, but in the DC universe is like
Aquaman, Batman
Aquaman,
versus
Justice League, Suicide Squad.
Batman versus
So
Superman.
Wonder Woman is also in there, and that's also a great movie. But
I didn't like that movie.
Wonder Woman got like really good
I
reviews.
liked it. It's the actress that plays Wonder
did a
Woman
great
is
job.
great. It's just kind of the characters around her that kind of makes it kind of
That was my
slow,
thing.
yeah.
Was the guy who was with her like trying to like show her the ropes and like teach her just seemed a little bit too hands on. Like she's fucking Wonder Woman. She doesn't need help. Like it just seemed
Yeah.
pretty misogynistic.
But yeah, check out Shazam. You know, if you were a Marvel fan like me, still a great movie and a great time.
They have a little bit more fun with their characters. It seems like to me.
Yeah, but in this movie, it's definitely, you know, it's kind of lighthearted and
Shazam's always been that sort of superhero.
Yeah, that's why people like him.
So my not sneaky good is Chance the Rapper's album. I'm a huge fan of him, and it was really disappointing. Just most of it.
Damn.
I mean, we listened to it a little bit this weekend.
Yeah, we listened to it on the car. I mean,
There's some of them I really like. Anything that sounds like it should be on the Lion King soundtrack is like automatically going to be one of my
what
favorite
was that
songs.
one that just completely was weird as fuck?
It was, I don't know the name of it, but the entire first part sounds like a hymn, and then all of a sudden it sounds like Ski Mask the Slump God got on and started throwing out ad libs.
For real.
And,
It's
I
crazy.
kind of want to dive deep into this. What other songs do you think needs to be in a Lion King soundtrack?
Like, they just sound like,
No, this can be in Lion King.
yeah.
yeah.
I've never thought about. Oh, that's why I like this song, because it could be in Lion King.
Well, it's just because,
That sort of genre, like a real African, like drum
Oh, okay.
bass,
isn't
you know?
he in the new Lion King?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's why I was thinking that way.
Lots of chorus
I thought,
refrains.
Childish Gambino was in the new Lion King. I don't think Chance the Rapper is.
Oh, yeah,
I think
that's right.
accurate.
You're right. I'm
See,
Good
I
job,
know
Seth.
movies.
Good job.
I'm
no,
not
you
gonna go
don't.
watch the new live action Lion King, but I know movies.
All right.
Okay.
My actual sneaky good song is Heart, Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
I'll take your word on it. No, I'll probably actually like it.
It's a chill song. They're a weird name, but it's a real folky band.
Interesting.
Sneaking up on you. I don't know if you have this either, but everybody rose and shone. Shone? Is that a word?
Shown.
Yeah. Instead of rise and shine, rose and shone.
Uh,
Anyways,
Rise and shined.
Yeah.
Rose and Show.
we went on vacation
Jesus Christ.
sort of this
okay.
weekend, and you were the only person who didn't do this, but everyone woke up before 8 a.m. and they were all up and moving around, and it was just like, this kind of sucks, but I am also up. Like, I get up this time during the week, and so I understand.
A couple clarifiers. One, I was up before 8 all those days. I just didn't get out of bed. Two,
Same
you guys had giant windows that were projecting the sun in, where I was in this dark cave. So I was able to just keep my eyes closed and like stay asleep. 3,
Were you awake or were you asleep? Because you just contradicted yourself.
I would wake up, like get up and go pee, and then get back down and like lay in bed and then close my eyes and maybe pass out for a second. But I'll literally fight anyone who gives you shit for waking up later. Like, fuck off.
I'm not mad that you slept in. I'm mad that I had to wake up early.
Yeah, and I understand that, but then every single person who was like, "Oh, Chan, glad to see you're up. Finally made it, huh?" Like, I'll literally kick you in the teeth.
I'll tell you what, it felt great not having that baby.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry you're jealous that I slept later than you.
Don't you hate though when you know, like, oh, I can sleep in the next day, and then you wake up at 8 just because like that's what your time
And you're
for?
wide
Mhm.
awake.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't
go
sleep
back.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you almost got too much rest.
Yep.
It feels like.
that's the worst.
All right, let's unpack this LeBron James thing.
Okay, let me hear your take.
So I kind of explained a little bit of it earlier, where I think that he is almost being too much of a loving dad, because if that was me in that situation, and his son is great at basketball, and like I was okay at sports, but if my dad was coming out there and taking the spotlight from me, like, you had your own moment. You're a fucking NBA player. I don't need you on my court taking the shine away from me. The conversation no longer becomes how good your son and the players on his team are. It's about what the dad does. You coming into the layup line is not helpful for anyone. Those kids are there to develop, to be seen by talent scouts, to really play against higher levels of competition. And he's just walking in there and really ruining it for not only his own team, but also the other team. You walk in there and you get to see LeBron James just throwing up alley-oops on the side, and that's just a little demeaning.
What 14-year-old kid doesn't want to be a part of that, though?
I wouldn't.
Well, like, I guarantee 14-year-old you take your favorite athlete and he just joins you in the layup line, you're going to be like, this is pretty fucking cool.
It might be cool the first time. I don't disagree with that. But I'm saying after, like at this point, like it's every single game he's coming out with more and more. He's running out on the court. Like that's ridiculous. You don't even see coaches doing that. Like him losing his shoe out on the court is absolutely absurd.
That's a little over the top, but like he's not the first fucking parent to go crazy.
But he is more consistent with it. Like even LeVar Ball wasn't on the...
But LeVar, you could hear him in every single one of the Lonzo's mixtapes. You could literally hear him.
Hearing a fan yelling in the back isn't the same as changing the entire camera to focus on somebody who is not even playing the game.
The cameras were specifically at LeBron so they could get clicks on the internet. There's not like that wasn't like the game footage.
Where would those cameras be if LeBron wasn't there?
I'm just gonna say I would do that too. If I can get more views, I'd probably.
Have you ever seen Zion dunk and then it goes immediately to the white boys in the crowd like passing out? Like, that's what happens when players make dunks. They go to the crowd.
Yeah, they're not even doing it when they're making dunks. And, like, sure.
When his shoe fell off, he slammed an alley-oop.
I'm not talking about one specific incident. I'm talking about repetitive behavior that has caused this. As just an example
I understand,
of
but, like, there's more than LeBron who've done this before.
No one's done it to this extent.
Like, how would you know?
Because we would have heard about it.
You would have seen Ball is Life cover some random white dad running out on the court and celebrating.
If he was just acting a fool, absolutely.
You would not
that
have
shit
seen
would be
that.
all over
No,
the
it
internet.
wouldn't.
Yeah, if that white dad just goes out there and like he's in his, New Balances, he's got his t-shirt tucked into his cargo shorts, and he goes out there, good game, fellas, good job, and he just starts just properly shaking hands.
That's happened.
That's everywhere. Like, if that guy is just constantly doing that, if he is just doing, absolute perfect form layups in the line every single time.
Jump stop layups.
Oh, that's
because they would just be like, get out of here.
It would be really funny initially, like any of this would be. But if it continued on,
I should go find one of the KC, like, AAU teams and be like, let me warm up and I'll do that. I'll do that for your team. Yeah, I'll do that for your team. I'll drink a shit ton of wine before the game and just get fucked up and do jump stop layups.
But if that is the case, that doesn't make you any better of a dad.
Well, I'm not a dad. But the argument that pisses me off is that they're like, well, average dads don't do this. Well, yeah, average dads aren't fucking multimillionaire best athlete in the world. Your son is the top prospect in his own right. Like, that's also the thing is it's not like LeBron's doing this and his son's going out and averaging like 5 and 5. His son's going out starting, dunking, getting like 26 and 9 and leading his team to championships. So it's like it's almost like his dad is like boasting about his son and then his son backs it up just as well.
In the middle of the game, I get that if it's at the end, and I do think that something you just touched on there was super important. The fact that an average dad can't do that, and I think that kind of takes away. If you're a son there and you get to see LeBron, just wilding out and doing all this shit, and like your dad just can't be there because he's literally working to get you to survive and play this super fucking expensive AAU tournament.
Because you're paying a lot of money to play on LeBron James Jr.'s team.
Right. That's shitty for that kid. Like, that just sucks for him. And like, we all have personal battles that we do, but like LeBron's not making it any easier, and usually he's a champion of helping people in rough situations.
Who knows? He might. That's probably illegal for him to pay for Bronny's teammates' shit.
I don't think that it's
Can
illegal
you
right
recruit
now.
I
think it could be technically a sponsorship, and he can pay for
LeBron,
everything.
He bought a whole entire school, and it allows all those kids to go there for free.
Different.
That's way different though than like recruiting for a team. I don't know how the AAU recruiting.
I'm pretty sure you can sponsor an entire my baseball league, somebody could sponsor an entire club team and just pay for everything.
Yeah, see, I don't know how AAU works because since it's so competitive. I don't know how
what amateur rules they follow.
Yeah, I wasn't invited, so I don't know.
I was really bad at basketball. I'm so much of a rondo, and that doesn't translate.
Jesus. Seth looked up my stats, but they were incorrect.
Internet never lies.
I was your typical 3-and-D white basketball player.
Could you hit the corner three? Was that your?
Yeah, I could.
Or the trailer three?
I was more
trailer
the trailer.
3 is my favorite three.
Oh yeah.
I can hit the side though.
Trailer 3 and people who just stop and let the guy continue on right down the paint. Yeah, and then you just swish it. Oh, I love that. Anyways,
nice.
speaking of people complaining a lot, Jeremy Lin.
He threw a fucking hissy fit.
Yeah, and like, bro, I feel you a bit. Like, this is your dream, and you are upset that it's coming to an end potentially. But go use your Harvard degree.
Also, how much money did he make?
Yeah, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
He got paid from Houston. Had Linsanity. He's won a championship.
Everyone remembers Linsanity. That's
Yeah.
such a good point. Like, you had one of the biggest shining moments in the last 10 years of the NBA.
He was basically a one-hit wonder in NBA.
Right.
Like, he was that version. Like, it's
like
insane.
Deion Waiters on the Cavs when he had like a couple of good games strung together.
Yeah, it's like how I would compare. It's like the song 500 Miles. Like, and I would walk 500 miles. Like, everybody knows that song. Could you name who sang it? No, but you remember that song and you could probably sing along with it. Just
That's
like
a good point.
I remember Jeremy Lin like swishing those threes. I don't really remember what teams he beat or like what he averaged or anything. I just know he was really fucking good draining threes for a while.
Yeah, well, the shining spot point, and like to get him to calm down, it's like you scored like 60 points on Kobe. Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
so
You can take that home. You could write a fucking
He
book on that.
outshined Melo
Yeah.
in the Mecca.
I bet that hurt.
Jesus. When people were changing the Melo jerseys to Lin,
I love that.
yeah, that was awesome. Dude, like, for real, come on. He has a Harvard degree.
You've had a good run.
Yeah.
Like, we
gotta know
all,
when to hang it up.
Yeah, we all are upset whenever, something that we enjoy doing ends, but
Yeah, like, I was sad when fucking college was over and I had to quit just drinking all the time and living off my parents, but you didn't see me complaining.
yeah, you just gotta
Circle
hang it
of
up,
life.
Chandler. You
Yeah.
gotta hang it up.
I just
well, we
tightened
know
up my
your max prep
bootstraps.
stats wouldn't have carried you very
Well,
far.
they never carried me. if oh, fuck, if I relied on my athletic ability, I would be, I don't know, living in a ditch somewhere,
Hey, it might be a lot more fun.
or I'd be playing at, I don't know. I couldn't think of a college.
Okay.
A shitty one.
CJ McCollum signed an extension. Good for Portland. It probably won't matter.
They're gonna be a decent team.
Their backcourt's locked for the next 5 years.
Tell me how Portland has improved over the last 5 years.
I mean,
Exactly. They haven't.
that's hard. That's a hard one.
They just signed, what's his face?
Zach Collins. I think he'll be good.
No, from Miami.
Don't say Whiteside. No, I don't
Yeah.
think Whiteside.
That's
will be good.
disgusting.
Yeah, that is. Don't bring that in.
They
there.
don't. Who was?
Zach Collins.
They traded him in the Whiteside
He's
trade.
still there.
Who'd they trade?
I have no idea, but I'm
This
pretty
is
sure
great
that's,
radio.
Zach
Tall white
Collins.
guy.
That's Zach Collins.
No, they traded him in the
Oh,
Whiteside
no,
trade.
Enes
though.
Cantor.
Yeah, they Cantor.
And Cantor left, but I'm pretty sure
I'm
Collins
pretty
went for Whiteside.
confident Collins
Look it up.
is still playing for.
I don't know.
the
I like CJ McCollum. I'm glad he got
Trailblazers.
paid.
CJ has a really good podcast as well.
And he is still playing for the Trailblazers.
Look who was in the Whiteside trade. And
Okay.
let's talk a little NFL.
Fuck yes. I love.
Have you been waiting?
Yes.
Did you see that Tom Brady is now on load management?
For the last 5 years, I feel like he's been on load management.
Well, they're literally like having him now 1 day with pads, 2 days off, a day with pads, 2 days off.
I don't even know that I would let him touch the field until week 1.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Like, people are like, oh my God, like, why won't he play with everyone? Like, he is
Like,
42.
I'll let him throw to the receivers and communicate with the line. Other than that, why the fuck does he need to be out
He
there?
doesn't even need to throw more than 7 yards.
No. Yeah, just get the slants down with the wide receivers. That's it.
That was Myers Leonard, not Zach Collins.
Myers Leonard, he played well.
Yeah, in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just absolutely in love with everything about the NFL coming back. The sweet quotes that come out, the people already challenging people, and just seeing like the dynamics of everything. We're seeing stuff fold out in New York, like what's going on with Eli. They have no wide receivers. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah. I saw something that said the Giants need to sign Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco, Des Bryant, and I forget the other one. But wouldn't that be awesome if they just start signing these?
Yeah, just
They'll
like
sell tickets for a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Like, I don't
get-
hate that.
yeah, get who's the other one? I'm
I
trying
don't
to think
know.
of another. Like Randy Moss can't because he's Hall of Fame now.
Yeah.
I think once you're in the Hall of Fame, you can't come back.
And I think like he's got a good gig working for
Yeah, Monday Night
yeah,
Football.
Monday Night Football.
I don't
Pat
see-
McAfee now, Thursday Night
Yeah,
Football.
and he's doing college and
That's going to be
NFL.
fun. That's going to be really fun.
That's going to be awesome. He's back with Matt Hasselbeck, who I enjoy.
Yeah. Probably the better of the Hasselbeck brothers.
Oh, yeah. Tim sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Tim's all right, but Matt's way better. So I saw Jon Gruden. This is what I love about this time of the year is because you have these players pop up, and you're like, that's where he is. I knew he was still in the league. Jon Gruden put out a quote today that said, "This Nate Peterman guy, he's kind of growing on me." Completely forgot Nathan Peterman was in the league.
Also said that I know he's had some nightmarish games
Yeah.
or performances, but...
And Jon Gruden, who, this shouldn't surprise anybody because before the 2017 draft, Jon Gruden ranted and raved about Nathan Peterman. He quote said, "He's ready to be a contributing player day one."
Contributing to the defensive
Yeah.
stats.
Yeah, contributing to losses. Like, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, if you see him get pulled out, Derek Carr get pulled out for Nathan Peterman, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Total Raiders move, honestly.
Yeah, I would love it because
Is
I'm a
it-
Chiefs fan.
Yeah. I think it's good for the league, honestly.
This is probably a guy who
Yeah.
thinks Brad Johnson is, like, the greatest quarterback of all time.
I got to Google who the fuck that is.
Gruden loves, like, Gruden probably thought Blaine Gabbert was really good too.
I mean, probably, but so
I
Brad
really did.
Johnson was the Buccaneers quarterback when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When Jon Gruden coached.
Basically like Trent Dilfer.
Yes, exactly. Like
Yeah.
Dilfer.
He's currently a defensive lineman, according to Wikipedia.
No.
That's the wrong.
No. It says he's a former American football quarterback that played college basketball and football. The Vikings drafted him in 1992, and his
Yeah.
current team is the South Carolina Gamecocks. He is number 19 defensive lineman.
What?
That must be his son.
Oh.
I don't know.
Brad Johnson Jr.
BJJ?
If you have a name where you say your middle name, I feel like your chances to be a murderer go up like 20%.
Mm.
Lyndon Brian Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson sounds a hell of a lot classier.
Interesting. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of names.
If you
Right.
be a murderer, is that like John Wayne Gacy? Is that why he's a murderer?
Oh,
No, that's a good one. That's a
good one.
Yeah, that's a real good one.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, man.
That's a
Now
good
we're
one,
just...
too.
I was like, I knew I know one.
Murderers, man.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I've been listening to a lot of true crime shit, and I have just an absurd amount of serial killer knowledge in my head that I'll never use.
That's insane. Just another NFL side fact that this just made me giggle. You guys know who Sean Lee is? Linebacker for the Cowboys.
Yeah, yeah.
Tweaks his hamstring every year. He sprained his knee today. It's just like clockwork.
The guy who's actually killed the most people worldwide doesn't have a middle name.
Whoa.
Another fun fact. Carl Panzeram.
Google this.
I would
Good
have I could do 20 minutes
Yeah.
on
Let's
serial
not get
killer
Alex
shit.
started.
So talking about the Cowboys, do you pay Ezekiel Elliott?
Do you pay Zeke or do you pay Dak?
Exactly. Who do you
Dak.
pay? Who are we paying here?
We don't pay running backs over minimum
Yeah.
wage on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
We have a real hard line about
I mean,
that.
look at the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the owner's response was almost perfect. Jerry Jones saying, "You don't need an rushing champion to win a Super Bowl."
Yeah, because when was the last time the team that had the Russian champion won the Super Bowl? I don't know, but I can't think of one in recent history.
Nobody runs the ball.
Yeah, it's a hard one. That's a good
Inefficient.
question, though. I'm going to think about that for
Yeah.
a second.
Well, I got a little NHL just because it's funny. Jordan Bennington's hometown has now put up a sign that says the home of Jordan Bennington. It's also the hometown of Connor McDavid, who is currently the NHL scoring leader.
That's awesome. Damn.
So, do you have any more NFL stuff?
I mean, just the Chiefs getting all this hate, but I fucking love it.
I don't know. I'm fine with it. I don't really feel any type of way.
At first, I was mad. Well, it's just because I got to going through the Pro Football Talk comments because Tyreek hurt his quad today, but it's not serious, and everyone was like, "Good, he deserves it." Like, I hope his son did that to him or something. And I'm just like, I was getting mad, and then I was like, you know what? They hate us because they ain't us.
Guilty until proven dead in America.
That's right.
Because they ain't us.
That's right.
So, I've been waiting for this for a while. Any sort of story that I could really try to slip this one in here. But the eSports championship 16-year-old just won $3 million playing Fortnite.
Yeah, his parents went wild, which why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
He's paying rent now.
They asked him what he wanted to buy, and he goes, a desk.
Yeah, like tight.
But I really like how that has developed. As somebody who played video games for a long time, I just think that is awesome, that it's becoming more mainstream. And they're putting games up on ESPN now.
Yeah.
Do you know where all this came from? The entire eSports?
No.
So all of this came from a World of Warcraft mod that was made, which was essentially a little game where, you ran around and you fought different sides, but they went in and somebody hacked the game and made it called Dota, to where you're no longer playing against other AI by yourself. It's a 5-on-5 game. There's 3 lanes, and they just go back and forth. Dota's currently on this 2 or 3 version of it, and it's the highest grossing, video game in the world, and most of that is just from online streams. And I think that that's wild, but it's super cool for me. And
I think it's cool in general because, just opening up more avenues for people to fucking make money and entertain me.
Yeah.
Because it's not like that I am in love with playing video games, but I do enjoy watching certain video games. Like, I like watching a Madden tournament every now and again, or
I think that
shit, like I watch Fortnite.
They're moving towards games that are more interactive and making it more fun to watch as well as play. Like, I've noticed that with Madden. It's watching that game has become more and more fun over the years, as much as my skill has decreased over the years. But it definitely hooks me in. Like Fortnite, people are thinking so far ahead in the way that they have to build and maneuver around.
Well, I think Fortnite's also a game that's easier to pick up, like just watching, not playing necessarily, but like as opposed to like World of War or whatever.
Yeah, like you just have to be the last person alive, and that's a pretty simple concept.
It's like point, shoot, build, like those things I can just look and be like, oh, that's what they're doing. Like, whereas if somebody did some kind of fucking spell or something, I just wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Whenever you watch games that aren't gun-based online, it's really hard to pick up what characters are going on and what announcers just do a terrible job at explaining what's going on. And
for sure.
That's not something I want to get into.
I think that's different. That's like somebody who doesn't like watch sports, and they're probably like listening to sports slangs on somebody broadcasting a game. They're like, what a home run?
Yeah. I guess that was like us watching tennis.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I understood, I really enjoyed it. And I think that that's a huge barrier in a lot of things. That's fair.
Well, just, video games being broadcasted more is going to lead to more people understanding what's going on, which is going to lead to more enjoyment, which is going to grow popularity. Like,
yeah,
it's a vicious cycle.
There's a lot of different things now that are out that are really curbing, how effective players are whenever they play. They have drug testing now and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, you can't take Adderall.
Even if you're prescribed?
Okay. Yeah.
Level the playing field.
Honestly, I don't hate that because sometimes, like, being a person with ADD, you get this, like, Adderall sense of focus if you really lock in. Like, a little thing will completely derail you, but you absolutely can have that major intense focus for a while, and it's really fun.
So, if you guys, somebody said, I will kill you unless you beat me at this video game, what video game are you choosing?
Fuck.
This has to be like, if you lose, you die.
Which Madden had Vince Young on the cover? 08?
08, yeah.
Around
probably,
there?
08. Yeah.
08, 07. I'm picking that.
I think 07 was Sean Alexander, and 09 was Brett Favre. I think
09 was Brett Favre for sure. 08 Madden with either with the Titans and Vince Young or the Jaguars because Maurice Jones-Drew was fucking unstoppable.
Wow. Yeah. They're being like huge on the internet right now with, classic games and pulling up what players were great.
Yeah.
Old Michael Vick, of course.
Well,
That's
yeah,
a classic.
04 with Mike Vick.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
What about you?
No, I'm asking you guys.
Oh.
I have an answer. Go ahead.
Okay, mine's 2K. Any 2K.
We're literally going to play
pretty
2K the second that this is done. Just so you know.
2K.
Because that would be my game, but I just haven't played it in, a decent amount of time. So currently, I would say Halo 3.
See, yeah, I agree with that. And just because, like, I play it, and just because I'm good, I'm not going to sound, like, awful, but I'm so good, I kind of get bored with it. And, like, playing the computer on Hall of Fame kind of just, it gets boring.
Oh, another one for me would be Perfect Dark on the Xbox 64, or the Nintendo 64.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. It was like, did you ever play GoldenEye 007?
Yeah.
It was like that, but more of like a Halo version almost. Because they had like weird guns. You could pick up like a laptop gun where you like throw it on the wall and it shoots enemies, or you could have a heat-seeking gun, whereas it's just like instead of just like a pistol or a rifle. Like it had like sweet guns.
So yeah, I love that he's bringing up old classic games.
I just don't play video games that much
Right,
anymore.
yeah. That's the thing is, like, I have some other games that I could beat you on, but they're all games that, like, I have over 400 hours on, and it's literally, like, based on how long you play.
There's definitely a lot of games that I like to play. It's just I'm not good at them. And
Yeah.
So.
Like I enjoyed Fortnite for a while.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all of the Call of Duties.
I
Not
really
all of them,
wanted
but
to
a lot
say
of them.
Call of Duty, but I just couldn't. There's such a fluctuation from game to game, and
Yeah.
it's
I'll say
almost...
this: if we go play in a first-person or a third-person shooter game, you guys will beat me. So you're welcome. I am not good at those games.
I'm not the greatest.
I don't need that boost, but I'm about to kick your ass in 2K.
Interesting.
You're gonna hate me if we play.
All right. Let's get your fake takes so we can get this game going.
LeBron voted AAU 16 and under MVP.
AAU teams across the nation have now implemented a breathalyzer for all parents to take before they enter the arena.
Thank God Tyreek Hill locked in Cheetah as a nickname before it became Gorilla.
Oh, shit. After hearing about Kanye's movie, Elon Musk has now announced that he wants Denzel Washington to play him in an original biopic.
That's a good one. So the kid who won the Fortnite tournament, his name is Kyle Giersdorf. Kyle Giersdorf's dad was interviewed after his win in the Fortnite championship and said, I just want him to play football.
Jesus. I mean, you got to think that they're just jacked because they're like, well, I mean, taxes are going to take some of that. But then I don't know if he can legally, like, since he's 16, I don't know how that works.
I don't know. It probably depends on how they play or how they pay the player.
I assume that they'll allow him to have some of it for, like, expenses and become a full-time streamer. But then they'll probably try to put some away for, like, a retirement or a college fund or something.
I mean, if you were going on the high end of all that, you could spend under $5K and still have a full, complete suite
I
setup.
understand, but then now he's probably, they'll set aside some for traveling for tournaments. Yeah. They'll set aside, I would assume, most of it as like a retirement for him.
Right, and I think that it's interesting how video games have now turned to a team sort of atmosphere, and those guys usually live together in a house, and they'll have coaches.
Like I remember back when I was big into Fortnite, the Tfue house, I like took a virtual or like a tour, YouTube video tour of that. It was insane.
Oh my God, yeah. I bet it's so hot in those rooms too, because it's just lined with computers on the wall, and they're just constantly sweaty dudes yelling at each other, computers running.
Yeah, but I wouldn't care if I got to play video games for a living. That would be awesome.
From what I mean, a lot of those guys burn out though.
Here's the thing: is
if you're forced to play 12 hours a day.
I mean, yeah, but if a gamer comes up to me, it's like, yeah, man, I get paid this much, and I'm just tired playing video games as a career. I'm gonna be like, shut up! You get paid to play a game that I get off work and play.
That's a good point.
Go off, King.
I think that whenever it moves from game to game, it kind of gives you a way to escape the burning out. But also, whenever they go and they start playing, they are on those long runs. I think that they don't take enough breaks, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, like, that's it's hard the nature to stream, of streaming. Yeah, for 8 to 12 hours.
The nature of streaming is you have to be on camera.
And you have to do it daily, or else you'll lose.
That's what I think Ninja does a good job of being funny outside of the game.
Well, he was actually a Halo 3 pro initially, and he was really good at that. That's where his name comes from.
Yeah, because I remember watching the interview where he was like, yeah, I remember beating the shit out of my brother, and then I beat the shit out of everyone in my neighborhood, and then I was like, what do I do now?
That's my older brother at Halo 3, absolutely. Yeah,
he was like, I just beat everybody. But yeah, he's like actually entertaining without playing the game, and I think that's what we're going to see more out of this video game side, where it's not just like literally guys who only know how to play the game, like people who are actually funny and well-rounded.
Yeah,
because that's what it takes to last.
Because Ninja doesn't win as many tournaments as as some of these other guys, but I also think the big factor in that is just like in NFL, how we change how the quarterbacks are hit or how defensive backs can cover. the game is constantly changing. Like they're making updates and changing, this gun does this, or, whenever you build this, it takes this long, or, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And some players are just better at other things than others, like any other,
The game just shifts to them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think that is something that the people who are more into it can see longer and can take more fun in.
All right. You got anything else?
Seth, you're going down.
I can't wait. All right, that wraps us for this week. Be on the lookout for the YouTube page to get a couple more videos uploaded. We're also going to put up a poll to decide.
We were waiting on Seth. Just kidding. We're lazy.
Yeah, we're lazy. But we're going to decide on the golf foursomes and see who wins that. And hopefully some big things here coming in the future.
We're also going to be moving in about a month to one of us being on Skype. I'm moving halfway across the country, but the show must go on.
The show must go on. All right, guys. Love you. Sneaky Athletic.
I am literally in the air right now, rapping up a store. This first class, I am so new at this. Used to ride a metro, let us hit us retro. Like the infrareds on my feet, baby, let's go. Send out what they know me by, logic what they call me. Gotta catch a flight, but the fans wanna stall me. Life of a dawn, change just glowing. Always in the lab with the fresh kicks on.